Hi, I'm Frank and I'm going to show you how to write your own cooking process in AutoChef. To write a cooking process, I touch the symbol for manual cooking. Let's say I want to prepare roast beef. The first step will be searing. Searing is done with convection. To really sear the meat, I need a high temperature. So I set the temperature to 225 degrees. Searing takes about 10 minutes. And of course, I reduce the humidity to 0%. I acknowledge this, and so I've now written my first step. To add the second step, I scroll up and choose the option Insert Step Right. A menu now appears where I can select my next cooking step, which will be combi steaming. I want to reduce the temperature to be sure that we cook nice and slowly. 90 degrees, for example. And now I'm not going to cook using a cooking time, but I'm going to cook with the core probe, to be sure that we always have exactly the same end result. To have a medium roast beef, I need a core temperature of 57 degrees. And here I set the humidity to 90%, to be sure that a roast beef will be very juicy. I acknowledge this. And now if I swipe to the right, I can see I already have 2 cooking steps in my cooking process. To inform the user which GN pans he should use, I used the chef's help function. This information has to be inserted before the program started. So what I do is scroll up to Insert Step at the left. And in this menu, I now scroll up for the information step, which is chef's help function. I could integrate a picture and write a text here. For example, put the roast beef on a stainless steel grid. Now I have created a process consisting of 3 steps, the chef's help function included. I could write up to 20 steps to compile a complicated program for longer cooking processes. Now I want to save it. I just touch the green tab to save the cooking process, and then a list with instructions appears. First of all, we have to give the process a name. Roast beef medium Frank. This is the name of the process. I acknowledge this. I select the category in which I want to save it. Now I have to select the subcategory, which will be beef in this case. If I want to add a picture, I can do this here by touching the image function and choose an image which is already available in the combi or from a USB stick. And if we scroll up here, I can even add a recipe. I can add it to my favorites list, or I can inform the oven if I work with frozen food or not. If all the parameters have been set, I touch Save and my process will be saved on the hard drive of the computer. And I acknowledge this by touching OK. My process has now been saved. To check this, I go back to the home screen and select the option AutoChef. Go to the meat category, subcategory beef, and here we have a roast beef medium Frank. The process we just have written. This is my process, and here are the 3 steps.